Bionicles in mech suits. Well, that's the coolest frickin' thing I've ever seen. And despite that being the coolest thing, LEGO really only did it once for a Toa. Why? Why wouldn't they give us more cool stuff like this? Come with me, why don't we check out the brilliant features, the functions, and the fantastic designs of the Exo-Toa Bionicle set. We'll examine the wonderful parts selection and give you a few ideas for how you can use them in your own creations. And I'm going to show you a supersized remake of the Exo-Toa, one that can fit an upscaled version of a Bionicle inside it. This thing is big, so let's check it all out. Like many classic Bionicle sets, this bad boy is packed full of features and functions. The claw arm. It's got this wonderful mechanism where you push down on the back and the claw springs forward. Isn't that wonderful? The other side has one of these old school blasters. I don't know, I feel like both of these accessories do an excellent job of feeling big and powerful. If the exosuit is like, an enhancement to their existing body, well, the weapons need to feel like an enhancement. And they certainly do. And yeah, you can load any one of the original Toa Mata inside this exosuit. And don't they just look so cool? I quite like the way that the feet slot into the design. Right here, you've got these little footrests. And thanks to a few of these rubber bands, when you take the Toa out of the mech suit, these bounce back up and just become armor. How elegant! Now, without the Toa inside, the mech suit isn't just, useless. No. Simply rotating a gear on the back allows a head to pop up. The Exo-Toa now enters Sentry mode. It becomes its own robotic automaton, capable of fighting on its own. Mate, I love that so much. Because think about it, right? A lot of the other Bionicle vehicles that we got in sets, they're pretty cool. But they are a tad one-dimensional. Sure, they look good on their own, I'm not saying they're bad. But without the rider, there's only so much you can do with them. That's not the case here. If you bought this set as a kid and you did not have a Toa to put inside, that's okay. It's still its own character. It still has, identity, personality. You can still play with it. I know there's so few Bionicle vehicles that did that, and it's kind of surprising. And actually, on that, I'm shocked that this is essentially the only mech suit that we ever got for Bionicle. This set came out in 2002, the second year of the theme. In the same year, we got Boxor, a mech suit for a Matoran. To some degree, it kind of felt like they were setting something up. Bionicles can ride in mech suits. It really felt like we were going to see a lot more of this kind of thing. And then we didn't. At all. Which is a shame. Both this and Boxor are some of the best Bionicle sets ever made. The concepts feel fresh, the designs are clever. I would have loved to see ways that they took new pieces and new design styles. I want to see how they take that stuff and build new, bigger, better mechs. I just wish that LEGO would have kept this concept going. It was so good, and I think it could have gotten even better. Ah well. But okay, as nice as this set was, there are a few issues. The legs, they do have a good range of movement, as you can see, but it's got no knees. It's a lot harder to actually pose and play with the toy. The back, the legs, it all feels very rigid and locked in. Now, look, I guess the reason for that is because, well, if you're putting a Toa inside, well, some additional points of articulation might not really work with a Toa inside like this. It's possible that they put as much articulation in as they could. But still, if I was going to revamp this, more articulation would be a much needed change. And that supersized revamp that we're going to look at soon, oh, you better believe that it has much more articulation. It's really good. But anyway, the set. Despite those articulation issues, there is some good stuff. The old school charm of your classic Technic-focused pieces, it just makes this stand out. Some of these silver Technic panels that make up the foot or the boot, that's awesome. I adore the aesthetic of exposed rubber bands, gears, tubes, wires. The early years of Bionicle sets really played with that beautiful look and feel, very Technic-focused. And I don't know, something about it just hits different. This set is so special. But now, it's time for us to check out some ways that you can use the pieces that come in this wonderful set. For example, why don't we begin with this black Borok windscreen? Bionicle uses it here for a sweet and sleek shoulder design. Merging it with those trans blue domes, these actually originally came in this Bionicle playset. They were used in a bit of a different way, which did look good, but this looks better. And partnering it with those black windscreens, it's so organic, it's so smooth. That's just really nice. Up next, the silver Technic panels. Endon 475 uses them in a few different ways. We got some on the arms and the legs. Something about them looks really dynamic. It makes for some pretty nice armor. And you can say the same for the ones that are used in lime on the torso. That's what I love about Technic panels. No matter where you put them, they pretty much always look great. Over to your basic orange hand sockets. Forge of Ataka uses them in a few different ways. Some decorate the torso, kind of just becoming armor, and then some are used for the basis of the hand. You can never have too many hand sockets. No matter how you use them, they look pretty good. They're very, very versatile. These old school Technic elements, well, they're up next. Vero 13 uses them to shape the leg design. And I don't know, I think that's very elegant. Simple, modest, but exactly what the mock needed. Why don't we talk about these Technic blocks? That's what this piece is called on Bricklink, a Technic block. Oblivimox uses them for a very nice waist design. Simple, but very, very effective. Our final piece today, these silver Borok weapons. I do actually like the way that they're used on the face of the mech. That does look good, but this looks better. Anderson Builder uses it for armor on the torso. That in itself is good, but I like the way that he's jammed in one of these lime claws right there in the gap. It's a very effective way of showcasing the corrupted, infected look of the character. Sure, it might be a little bit illegal to jam that piece into the gap, but it looks good. Nothing wrong with that. That's the set, that's the pieces. Here is that supersized revamp of the set. This is made by someone that goes by Pterodax467 or Squared Mick. Here's this photo here that shows the original next to the new one. It's a pretty big size increase. So yeah, obviously the original Toa Mato were actually quite small. Well, small compared to future sets. Your classic Anika build, that was the slightly bigger variant that became a bit more of a staple across many years of Bionicle. See, this is what I was talking about before. Imagine a LEGO set that did exactly this, using more modern pieces to build a mech suit for your standard Anika Toa. Bro, that's something special. But look at the knees. The mech and the rider move in unison and provide such a clean and crisp amount of articulation. See, that's what the original set was missing. How good does this look? There's a few more upgrades. The original gully claws now become larger Visorak fangs. It's quite a good part use. The arm cannon now has posable fingers, which is just nice. Anytime you can add in actual hands onto any Bionicle set, I don't know, I've just always liked that. Especially posable ones with actual fingers. And yeah, speaking of hands, it's nice that the hands are actually locked onto the hands and arms of the mech. You can kind of better understand how the pilot actually moves the mech. On the original set, the hands are just kind of hanging down. They don't really do anything. This is a brilliant change. The pop-up head remains the same, and yeah, it's just fun to see how the mech kind of opens up and closes down to lock the pilot in place. Yeah, this is a work of art. A work of art that you can make yourself. That's right, there are instructions to build this yourself. I'll have a link below, go and check it out. And then yeah, you can add this to your collection. How good is that? Seeing Bionicle mech suits, it just makes me want to see more. Yeah, perhaps this is your sign to build your own Bionicle Exo-Toa. That could be pretty cool. Now hey, before you head off, be sure to take a look at the links in the description below. There you can find those instructions, and you can find links to the builders that I featured in today's episode. I'm sure you'll be inspired by some of their other work. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, happy building, and bye for now. And we're going to examine the wonderful pizzas. Wow. We'll examine the wonderful pizza. That's right. We'll examine the wonderful parts selection. I tried to say pieces and parts together. It came out as pizza. Meh.